Columbia scored one last inning. This one from Hayden Schott looked like it was going to bring home two more, but Nidoh had just enough room at the right field wall. And Schott, who I'm sure off the bat thought he had his team-leading 12th home run of the year, instead has a long fly out. Columbia's lead is 4-1 with all of their runs coming with 2 outs. Boy, Cory, great defense last inning by the Quaker outfield, and then some good fortune with the dimensions in right holding that fly ball.
Penn very fortunate it was only 1 run across for Columbia. See if their offense could get things going.
Jackson Appel flies that center field. Solomon is back at the base of the tall wall, pulls it in for out number 1 in the Penn 6th inning. That'll bring up Tommy Courtney. Good to see Courtney is still in after his sliding catch last inning. Looked like he might have re-jammed the heel that he hurt last week against Princeton.
There was a nice sliding grab by Courtney, who wrapping up his career here at Penn. Big football guy growing up. A New York Giants fan. He may have had to keep it on the down low playing ball here in Philly, but he said he learned to love this city and love going to school at Penn. And with 1 extra year of eligibility because of the pandemic forcing that season to not happen, his plans after Penn to go down to the University of Virginia for graduate school, perhaps play there and also study either public or athletic administration.
Courtney lines that one to left field and gets the Quaker offense started in the 6th. So he'll be on to play some ACC baseball like another former Quaker standout, Josh Hood, who was the unanimous Ivy League Rookie of the Year in 2019 and Penn starting shortstop. First team All-Ivy as a freshman. Started every game as a shortstop and transferred to NC State this year, where he has hit .265 with an .841 OPS for the Wolfpack. Wyatt Hensler 0 for 2. Struck out last time. And grounded into a double play back in the 1st. After a huge day at the plate for Penn's best player and a top candidate for player of the year in the conference. Went 2 for 3, hit a 2-run homer, knocked in 1 more, and had a double. Oh yeah, and 2 walks. Well-rounded day. 1-1 on Hensler. End of the regular season, leading the Ivy League in 7 different offensive categories. Broke the Penn record for home runs in a single season. Now has 14 after his home run in Game 1 of the Ivy League playoff series yesterday. Could he hold up there? Yes, he could. 2-1.
Eberle really animated, the catcher for Columbia. He thought that Hensler went too far, and that could have really changed the complexion of this at-bat. Instead of it being 2-1, it could have been 1-2. 1 swing of the bat from the Penn third baseman, and we've got ourselves a 1-run game.
Flips the count in Wyatt's favor. 2-1 from Higgins on pitch number 70. Blows it by him, top of the zone. We've seen that a few times with Higgins going after Hensler with high fastballs today.
He has been attacking the upper part of the zone against Hensler. Third baseman trying to catch up to that one, couldn't. We saw him also get him on a high breaking pitch. Interested to see what Higgins goes to here.
2-2 with Courtney on first, a threat to run. He is not, and Hensler off the hands into left, and Hage will let it drop. Falling fast, the left fielder for the Lions couldn't get there, and Penn has 2 on with 1 out in the 6th inning. Andrew Hernandez is the tying run coming to the plate.
You mentioned in on the hands. I thought Hensler was going to fall victim of his own power. I thought that was going to hang up long enough for Hage to settle underneath it, and it died out in left field. And once again, Penn threatening here against Higgins. They had the first 2 runners on in the 4th inning, had a couple of runners on last inning, and the same here in the 6th, but only the 1 run to show for it.
Now Andrew Hernandez to the plate. The tying run in the 6th. And that one squeezes through the legs of Eberle, off his glove, and the runners will move up. Now we'll see if they rule that a pass ball. It was a breaking ball kind of down the middle that went off Eberle's thumb, it looked like, and through his legs. Now a base hit makes it a one-run game, and you've got one of the best RBI guys in this Penn lineup at the plate. Andrew Hernandez, 17 runs batted in his last 10 games. Hits that one high, deep down the left field line. Is it fair? No. Penn is incensed, and home plate umpire Steve Williams is pushing the Quaker dugout back to their seats as Sean Higgins feels like he might have gotten a break. The Quakers feel like they got hosed. John Yurkow is talking to Nick Mull, who's the third base umpire who had the call. Andrew Hernandez nearly tied the game with one swing. Mull is going to talk with Williams, and the whole umpiring crew is going to come over. Boy, is this a big decision. If they change the call to fair, it's a game-tying home run for Andrew Hernandez, who will have 20 RBIs in 10 games. If they don't change the call, then it's a foul ball, and it's a foul ball, says Nick Mull. Boy, it would be tough to overturn that, and can you imagine the reaction from the Columbia faithful and Brett Beretti if they did?
You're absolutely right. I don't think they would have been able to overturn it, and if they did, Beretti may have lost his mind. Columbia's dugout likewise. So instead it's just a loud strike, but if you're Higgins, that heart rate's got to be up a bit now.
3-run lead, tying run at the plate. Hernandez chops deep short. Nice play, Andy Blake. Low throw. Great pick by McGregor, and it's in time. Courtney will score, but my, what a play by the Columbia shortstop Andy Blake on one end, and the Lions first baseman Tyler McGregor on the other.
That was splendid. Both sides. That pick at short from Blake was not easy. In between hop, deep in the hole. Hernandez doesn't run all that well, but he was hustling down the line, and then the scoop by McGregor to avoid that going past him and perhaps allowing another run to come across for Penn.
And the run scores because of the pass ball earlier this inning. Hensler is on second. Ben Miller now the tying run at the plate. Miller takes strike one. He ripped one to McGregor last time at first, a leaping catch by the Lions first baseman. Miller's had a few big hits this year. Walk-off single against Delaware State. Go-ahead grand slam against Dartmouth. That altered the complexion of a game the Quakers ended up winning. Miller swings through a high heat 0-2. Quakers walked a tightrope last inning. Sean Higgins is doing the same in the sixth. One run across. Tying run at the plate. Andrew Hernandez nearly tied the score on a fly ball down the left field line, ruled foul. Higgins 0-2. Miller in the air, right field, shot, has a beat, and angles over to make the catch. The Quakers were inches from tying the score on an Andrew Hernandez home run. They settle for just one, and Columbia takes a 4-2 lead into a must-win sixth inning. 4-2 Columbia in Game 2 of the ILPS.